What's this? Delicious. Oops, excuse me. Hi, Madam Zatul. So for this video, our group will elaborate more on the practices of corporate social responsibility by a company that we choose, which is Freaser and Neave Berhad, FNN. So enjoy the video, madam.
Core values are principles or standards of behavior that represent an organization's higher priority. They be held belief and fundamental driving force. They are at the heart of what organization and employees stand for from an ethical perspective. President Neave has operated under the principle of integrity, honesty, fair dealing, and full compliance with all applicable laws since its founding in 1883. The reputation of Freaser and Neave is still one of the firm's most valuable assets today. Other than that, FNN believes that the business, stability and growth are interrelated to the economic, environmental and social stability of the communities in which they operate and vice versa. As a result, FNN is committed to operating in an ethical and long-term manner. FNN aims to understand the basic principles in business as a socially responsible corporate citizen in order to minimize the influence on the natural environment, contribute meaningfully to local communities, and engage stakeholders responsibly. Last but not least, one of the reasons that contribute to FNN's success is its focus on fostering innovation to extend its product portfolio. Furthermore, in keeping with its promise of pure enjoyment, pure goodness, FNN is committed to providing healthier and high quality products. It is always innovating and refining its routes to satisfy changing consumer demands and to ensure consistent delivery of refreshing taste and natural benefits.
Oh, hey, why didn't you give it to Nadzirah? Hi, Madam Zatul. My name is Muhammad Yusuf bin Zulhasny. Before we move further on the stakeholders for FNN company, I will elaborate on what is stakeholders. So stakeholders is a group, individual and organizations that are directly affected by the practices of an organization and therefore have the stake in its performance. And those stakeholders are including investors, employees, distributor, consumers, and also local community. But for this video, our group will be more focusing on investors, employees, and also consumers. The first stakeholders is investors. Investors is a person that puts money into financial scheme properly with the expectation of achieving a profit. For FNN company, they have three key concerns, which is first, transparent and accurate disclosure, second, sustainable financial, and thirdly is operational performance. But the question is, how does FNN engage with their investors? There are three engagement from them. First is annual general meeting, second, face-to-face meeting, and thirdly is conference call. How did they fulfill their concern for the investors? Well, for FNN company, they have two ways. Firstly, they manage their resources effectively, and from this action, it enables them to maximize profits, which benefits shareholders through sustainable shareholders' returns and dividend payouts. The dividend payout ratio is 53.6% and the dividend per share is 60.0 cents. How about the total dividend payout? it is up to 220.1 million ringgit Malaysia. How about the second way? The second way from FNN is maintaining a strong balance sheet. Why? Because this is to take advantage of opportunity as they arise and protect against unforeseen. Now let's move to our second stakeholders, which is employee. For FNN, they have three key concerns for their employee, which is first, compensation, secondly, competency development, and thirdly is safety precaution. Is there any engagement for the employee? Yes, absolutely. For FNN company, they have three ways in engaging the employee. Firstly, employee engagement survey, secondly, annual dinner, and thirdly, FNN Voice WhatsApp channel. Thinking about fulfilling the concern for the employee. For FNN company, they have three. Firstly, employing new employee. In the year 2020, the company is employing 204 new employees. The female workforce is at 31% of the total employee and 45% are total managerial positions. In addition, the company are boosting in earning potential of employees by training and development. This situation is the action by concerning its competency development and senior leadership. However, due to the pandemic of COVID-19 nowadays, safety precaution and employee wellness is crucial. The company applies strict hygiene practices and sanitary environment in the workplace. The last stakeholder for this video is consumers. FNN company has three key concerns for their consumers, which is first, product quality and safety, secondly, consumers' health and safety, and thirdly, environmental friendly packaging. Talking about engagement, how does FNN company engage with their consumers? Firstly, marketing and sales promotion. Secondly, social media interaction. And thirdly, on-ground events and activities. Fulfilling the concern for their consumers. Well, FNN company are fulfilling their consumers' demand for safe and quality products and successfully created 10 new products in the year 2020. The most important part is 47 of the products by FNN are labeled with Healthier Choice logo in 2020. This really shows how the company is passionate in hearing its consumers' needs from their product. This is the label and this is the real one. Okay, that's all from me.
Hi madam, my name is Nur Balqis binti Md Rubani. Today, I want to present it to you about areas of social responsibility of FNN. Areas of social responsibility defined as individuals are held responsible for performing civic duties and their acts must define society as a whole. According to the ethical idea of social responsibility, in this approach, a balance must be struck between economic progress and societal and environmental well-being. As for FNN company, these are some areas of its social responsibility. For responsibility towards consumer is FNN ensure food safety. They take consumer health very seriously and invest heavily in their supply chain. FNN follows strict international standards for quality and food safety. Consumers are confident in their products when they purchase and consume because they maintain the highest standard. The sugar content of FNN beverages also has been steadily reduced since 2004. FNN reported that they have reduced sugar grams by 56% per 100 milliliters across their products. In addition, they also provide halal certification from Jakim and other relevant sources. From sourcing and purchasing materials to storing, warehousing and transporting their products, each of their manufacturing plants has a halal committee. FNN management prohibits non-halal foods in its office and canteens to their employees. Areas of social responsibility divided into three parts, which is responsibility towards employees, consumer and environment. For responsibility towards employees is FNN understand that value diversity in terms of cultural background, age and gender can enhance the workplace with new insights that will help their company to achieve business goals. By 2020, they give at least 16 and 10 hours of training to employees in the categories of executive and non-executive. In addition, FNN provide human capital and strategy guided by their human capital roadmap to their employees to creating and sharing the value of growth. FNN also conducted performance evaluation twice a year to assess results and identify chances for advancement towards the employees. They provide a lot of benefits to the employees such as life insurance, health care, retirement provision, parental leave, and many more. FNN concerned about employee safety and always promote a proactive, safety-first culture among employees. For responsibility towards environment is FNN manufacturing process generates liquid as well as solid waste. In order to reduce waste generation and improve their solid waste management, they remain focused on identifying key waste categories on waste streams. FNN examines how to make waste more useful for other purposes. FNN have policy to apply strict standards when it comes to effluent discharges, and they continuously investigate how to minimize waste from their operation and use it in alternative ways. They also would like to reduce their solid waste intensity by 5% from 2017 to 2020. FNN packaging then is more recyclable and enabling their products to be eco-friendly. They also minimizing their packaging materials. They are looking for ways to reduce packing weight, for example, use thinner plastic bottle. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sikajat and I will be explaining the approaches of social responsibility of FNN. So, after going through all the annual reports of FNN, our group, we found out that FNN uses a proactive approach, which means this company, they make social responsibility as their main priority. This company, they make ethics part of its mission statement and attempt to avoid any harm to the environment and its employment. FNN has built relationships based on trust with their stakeholders, in which they have adopted a long-term approach in crafting their vision and strategies. So in their sustainable value creation, they deliver value through innovation, human capital development, social collaboration, and managing their impacts, as well as conducting businesses in a responsible manner. FNN, they vision to create a financially, environmentally, and socially sustainable future for their business. In their mission, it does relate to social responsibility, which is to contribute to positive changes in society by improving the economic, environmental, as well as the social well-being of the communities they operate in. From their three significant pillars, first, in economic, they want to achieve business growth, and at the same time, they enhance the social well-being as well as mitigate the environmental impact. Next, we move on how they deliver the sustainable value creation. It's through improving the economic value, empowering their people, which is their employees, and once again, enhancing the social well-being. Next, FNN manage their impacts through eco-efficiency, being responsible for their supply chain, and the safety and well-being of their customers as well as their employees. All in all, our group stands that FNN uses proactive approach. Because of their three significant pillars, the value that they deliver, and how they manage their impacts are all related in giving back to the community and the environment. And that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will continue with the Corporate Social Responsibility Program. Well, FNN defined the CSR Program, Corporate Social Responsibility Program, as to add the value to people's lives by delivering the economic value and improve the lifestyle. They want to inspire other people with 4 different approaches, which is, we go to the first one. The first approach is to increase the strength of vulnerable groups, where everyone has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and FNN has lent their hand by contributing their products to vulnerable groups such as university students and orphanage, citizens' homes, and other persons that stranded in all the red zones in Malaysia. It is to give them some support and cheers in their life. FNN also give out their products to frontliners to help them fighting with the COVID-19 and also to express gratitude to them. The next approach is approach on promoting sports and active lifestyle. Some of the events that FNN held is like Putrajaya Night Marathon, 7K Run for Charity, Standard Chartered Quadruple Marathon, and there is many others. But these are the more significant events that being held. So this is to encourage people, the society, to have a more functional and more productive lifestyle. The next approach is approach on spreading festive cheers. This approach is to celebrate the season like Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, and also Deepavali festive season. FNN promise on pure enjoyment, pure goodness in delivering their program through these festive cheers is believed to bring cheers to the communities and connect with each other and strengthen the relationship among various cultures in this country. The last approach would be the approach on promoting environmental consciousness, where they FNN made an event such as getting fit while giving back to the nature with FNN. In Kuala Terengganu, they also made an event recycling for a life cycle day. They do recycle activities to have a more green world and save the environmental in a more imaginative and creative and fun ways. They also made an event to assemble and planting coral at nursery located in Paku Kecil Terumbu Kiri in Pulau Redang, in Redang Island, where they want to preserve the species of coral that have kind of being extinct or being endangered to our world. So this activity will benefit the nature. Alright, we jump to the social responsibility management. What I can define from this social responsibility management is a sustainable approach to balancing its commitment through ethical business practice lead to sustainable development of business. I can tell you clearly from this pyramid, which consists of management, environment, societal, where FNN made a ethical business practice that include their management, the environment, and also society. So they managed to have a good management of social responsibility program, and they have gained development on their business in the society and for their long run. In this social responsibility management, FNN needs to take care of all of their stakeholders to have a good management and have development in sustainable approach of ethical business. What I am trying to say is they include the shareholder and investors, the regulators, the consumers, and others. So I will go through one by one, which is first the shareholder and investors. So to tackle and to maintain their stakeholder of shareholder and investor, in half of shareholder and investor, they align their business with 6 pillars of FNN, which is driving economic value, empowering our people, enhancing social well-being, safety and well-being, responsible supply chain, and the lastly is eco-efficiency. The 6 pillars will be complied by FNN to all of his stakeholders. So lastly, it will affect the shareholder and investor, which is the most important stakeholders in firm's management. And that is how they manage the stakeholder of shareholder and investor in social responsibility management. So I go to the distributor and trade clients. FNN assured them by having a halal certificate to gain the trust to the clients. And they also have strict quality control procedures to have a premium or high quality maintenance of quality control procedures. Next, we go to the consumers. FNN manage their consumers by manage their relationship to their consumers by getting a verified food act in Malaysia and also getting a dietitian advice. So people and consumers will be more confident to consume FNN's product. They also made in front of pack labeling, which show the calorie intake of their product, some of their product, so that consumers can be aware and have this basic knowledge on calorie intake on their products. In behalf of communities relationship stakeholders, FNN engage with the community, environment and nature. They made such CSR program which include the leadership program, spreading festive cheers, and FNN Save Our Seas program, like I have presented on the previous subtopic. So this type of CSR program will engage and enhance the relationship between the firm and the community. Next, we have regulators. In context of regulators, FNN established a good water stewardship, which is to raising the recycle awareness, moreover on the water usage. As you can see from the slide, it shows the water stewardship. The system itself is having a zero wastage of water that they consume to produce their product, like cleansing, the stewardship, and others. Alright, we go to the last stakeholder, which is the suppliers. In management of suppliers, FNN must verify first and making our distribution and raw material supplies is in a great supply chain quality, where they go through these 3 procedures. Firstly, implemented an environmental policy, undertaken audits to monitor their environmental performance and compliance, and lastly, their supplier must maintain an ISO 14001 compliant environmental management system. If one of their supplier did not follow these 3 procedures strictly, FNN would not comply, because FNN very value their procedures to have a great supply chain quality in their products. So that's why FNN have a good product manufacturing until these days. Last word from this project, we believe that building a firm or an organization is not just making profit, but also contributing to the society and also environment, the nature. Because we can have a long run on our business if we take care both the society and the nature, and also our management of handling social responsibility program. Thank you.